She texted a screenshot of her ex's Happy New Year message before mine. I told him to text first. He actually listens. I saw my message marked delivered below. Efficient. I made one quiet adjustment she never noticed. Later that night, she tried to come home. And that's when everything stopped. I'm 34, been in a relationship for 2 years, and I just learned that some people use you as their safety net while shopping for something better. We'd been living together for a year, met through mutual friends at a concert. She was fun, spontaneous, always the life of the party. We clicked immediately, moved fast. Too fast, probably. But it felt right at the time. Her ex was always a presence in our relationship, not physically, but always there in conversations. She'd mention him casually, show me his social media posts, tell me what he was up to, how he'd gotten a promotion, how he'd bought a new car, how he was traveling. Every update delivered like news I should care about. She said they were friends, that mature adults could stay friends with exes. I agreed, told myself I wasn't the jealous type, told myself being secure meant not being threatened by her past. So I smiled and nodded every time she brought him up, every time she compared my choices to his, every time she showed me his Instagram stories. New Year's Eve, we'd made plans to stay in, cook dinner together, watch the ball drop. Nothing fancy, just us. I'd spent the afternoon cleaning the apartment, setting up decorations, buying ingredients for her favorite meal, making everything perfect for a quiet night together. Around 8 p.m., she said she wanted to go to the store for champagne, said the bottle we had wasn't good enough. I'd bought a decent one, $25, not cheap, but she said for New Year's we needed something special, something better. Said she'd be back in 30 minutes. She left around 8:30. I started cooking, put music on, poured myself a beer, felt good about the night ahead, about starting a new year with someone I loved, about the future we were building together. I was setting up appetizers when my phone buzzed. Text from her, screenshot attached, her ex's message, Happy New Year, beautiful. Hope this year brings you everything you deserve. The timestamp showed 11:58 p.m., but it wasn't midnight yet. It was only 9:47. He'd sent it early, and below his message I saw mine, the one I'd sent her at 11:58 p.m. the previous New Year's. Happy New Year, baby. Love you. Her caption, I told him to text first. He actually listens. I stared at my phone, read it 3 times, trying to understand what I was seeing. She'd told her ex to text her at midnight, before me, her boyfriend, the person she lived with, the person making her dinner while she was supposedly buying champagne. I typed back one word. Efficient, she responded immediately. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, just efficient, getting your messages organized by priority. Don't be dramatic, it's just a text. From your ex, who you specifically asked to text you before I did. I didn't ask him specifically. I just mentioned I'd be staying in tonight and he said he'd check in. The lie was so casual, so easy, but she'd literally written, I told him to text first. Right there in her message to me. Told me she'd instructed him, then tried to pretend it was coincidence. And you made sure he did it before midnight, before me. You're reading too much into this. I wasn't reading anything into it. She'd literally told me what she did, told him to text first, made sure he beat me to the midnight message, then sent me a screenshot bragging about it, about how he actually listens, unlike me apparently. I didn't respond, just sat there with the appetizers getting cold on the counter. Looked around our apartment, at the decorations I'd put up, at the dinner I'd started cooking, at the champagne glasses waiting on the counter, at the life I thought we were building. Made a decision right then. Quiet, calm, clear. I went to our bedroom, opened her closet, started packing her things. Not everything, just enough. 2 suitcases worth. Clothes, shoes, toiletries, personal items. Things that were clearly hers. Her makeup, her jewelry, her laptop, her favorite books. Folded everything neatly. Wasn't angry packing. Was methodical. Organized. Final. Each item I put in the suitcase was another piece of her leaving my life. Another bit of space opening up in my apartment. My mind. My future. Then I changed the locks. Called a locksmith. Emergency service. Costs extra on holidays, but worth it. Guy showed up at 10 p.m. Had new locks installed by 10:45. Gave me 3 new keys. I kept one. Put the other 2 in a drawer. The locksmith asked if everything was okay. If I was in danger. I said no. Just ending a relationship. Protecting myself. He nodded. Said he'd done the same thing once. That sometimes you have to make a clean break or they keep coming back. Keep trying to negotiate. Keep pretending things can go back to how they were. Took her packed suitcases and put them outside the front door, in the hallway. Left them there with a note taped to the top. Since he listened so well, ask him for a place to stay. Happy New Year. My phone started ringing at 11:30. Her. I didn't answer. Let it go to voicemail. She called again. Again. 5 times in 10 minutes. I silenced my phone, poured myself the champagne she'd gone to get. The bottle I'd said was fine, but she'd said wasn't good enough. Turned out it was perfectly fine. At midnight, fireworks started outside. I stood at the window watching. Drank my champagne alone. Phone still buzzing with calls and texts I wasn't reading. Listened to the celebrations happening all around the city. People kissing, toasting, starting fresh. I was starting fresh too, just differently than I'd planned that morning. Around 12:30, I heard knocking, her voice through the door. Let me in. My key isn't working. I didn't respond, just turned up the TV, put on a movie I'd been wanting to watch, settled into the couch with my champagne. I know you're in there. Open the door. Silence from me. This is ridiculous. It's New Year's Eve. Let me in. I walked to the door, spoke through it without opening. Your things are in the hallway. Take them and go. What? Why are my things out here? Because you don't live here anymore. You can't just kick me out. I can. My name's on the lease. Not yours. You're a guest who's no longer welcome. Over a text message? Are you serious? Over you prioritizing your ex over your boyfriend on New Year's Eve. Over you bragging about it. Yeah, I'm serious. I was joking. It was just a joke. Jokes are supposed to be funny. That wasn't funny. That was disrespectful. And I'm done being disrespected in my own home. Please, can we just talk about this? No. Take your bags. Leave. Don't come back. Where am I supposed to go? Ask him. The one who actually listens. The one you made sure texted you first. Maybe he has a couch you can sleep on. You're being insane. It was one text message. It was 2 years of you comparing me to him. 2 years of you showing me his life like I should be impressed. 2 years of me being measured against someone you supposedly moved on from. That text just made it obvious. He's first. I'm backup. I walked away from the door. She kept knocking, kept calling my name. Eventually she stopped. I heard her dragging the suitcases down the hallway, heard the building door close. Silence. I finished my champagne, cleaned up the dinner I'd made, put everything away, went to bed in an apartment that felt lighter without her in it, without her voice, without her comparisons, without her ex haunting every conversation. Update 1. She called 30 times that first night, left voicemails, sent texts, begging to talk, to explain, to fix things. I didn't respond to any of it, just watched the notifications pile up, each one confirming I'd made the right choice. Morning came, New Year's Day. My phone was still full of messages. I deleted them without reading, blocked her number, blocked her on social media, cut off all contact. Every platform, every method of reaching me, gone. She showed up at the apartment building around noon. I saw her from my window. Building has security. She couldn't get in without a key or someone buzzing her up. She stood outside for 20 minutes, tried calling me from the street. I watched her pacing, gesturing, getting frustrated. eventually left. Came back an hour later with the ex, the one who actually listens. They stood outside together, him trying the call box, her pointing up at my window, both of them looking confused that I wasn't answering, that I wasn't engaging. My brother called that afternoon. "What happened? She called Mom asking for your number. Said you locked her out." "I did." "Why?" I told him. About the text, about her ex, about the screenshot bragging that he listened better than I did, about me being delivery status below him, about 2 years of comparisons, about being tired of competing with a ghost. He was quiet. Then, "You kicked her out on New Year's Eve for that?" "Yeah." "Good, that's cold. What she did." "That's what I thought. She's telling people you overreacted, that it was just a joke, that you're controlling and jealous. Let her tell people whatever she wants. I know what happened. That's enough." "What about her stuff? The things you didn't pack?" "She can coordinate with me through you to get them. I'm not talking to her directly." "Fair enough. Want me to come over? Keep you company?" "No, I'm good. Actually relieved." And I was relieved. The apartment felt peaceful. Like a weight I hadn't realized I was carrying was gone. No more walking on eggshells. No more wondering when she'd bring him up next. No more feeling like I was in constant competition with a memory. Update 2. 3 days later, she contacted my brother, asked when she could get her remaining things. I told him Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. She could come with someone to help her. She'd have 1 hour, not a minute more. Saturday came. She showed up at 1:55 with a friend and her ex, the same ex from the text. He was helping her move out. The irony wasn't lost on me. The person she'd prioritized over me was now hauling her boxes out of the apartment we'd shared. I let them in. Didn't say hello. Just gestured to her things I'd already boxed up. Everything she'd left. Organized. Labeled. Ready to go. Kitchen items in one box. Bathroom stuff in another. Books. Clothes. Everything separated and packed neatly. She looked around. Saw how thoroughly I'd erased her from the space. "Can we talk, please?" "No." 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. "You have 1 hour to get your things, that's it." Her ex spoke up. "This is pretty harsh, man. Over a text message?" I looked at him, really looked at him. Saw what she'd been comparing me to this whole time. Average height, average build, nothing special. Just the excitement of being forbidden, of being the ex she shouldn't want but apparently still did. "You're helping your ex-girlfriend move out of her boyfriend's apartment on a Saturday, after she made sure you texted her before him on New Year's. And you think I'm harsh?" He didn't respond, just picked up a box. "Take her stuff. Get out. Don't come back." They loaded boxes in silence. Took furniture she'd brought in, a chair, a lamp, some decorations, cleared out her closet space. The bathroom counter suddenly had room again. The bedroom closet had gaps where her clothes had been. Every removal made the apartment more mine. 45 minutes later, they were done. Apartment looked bigger without her clutter, without her presence, without the constant reminder that I was sharing space with someone who didn't prioritize me. She stood at the door, eyes red. "I made a mistake. I see that now. Can we please try to work this out?" "No. I love you. You loved the security I provided, the apartment, the stability, someone who cooked you dinner while you played games with your ex. But you didn't love me. If you did, you wouldn't have done what you did. It was just a stupid text. It was a pattern, a mindset. You've been comparing me to him for 2 years. I just finally saw it clearly. That's not true. It is true. Every story about him, every social media post you showed me, every time you mentioned what he was doing, you were measuring me against him, and that text made it obvious. He was first. I was backup. The safe choice while you figured out if you could do better. Please, I'll change. I'll never mention him again. I'll block him. Whatever you want. I don't want anything from you. I want you to leave. She left crying. Her ex helped her carry the last box. Friend gave me a dirty look on the way out. Like I was the villain, like I'd done something wrong by having boundaries, by refusing to be disrespected. I closed the door, locked it with my new lock, felt nothing but relief. The apartment was quiet, peaceful. Mine again. Update 3. 2 weeks passed. She tried contacting me through mutual friends, asking them to talk to me, tell me she was sorry, tell me she wanted another chance, that she'd learned her lesson, that she understood now what she'd lost. I told them all the same thing. Not interested. Moving on. Don't want to hear from her. Don't want updates about her. Don't want to be part of her story anymore. Some friends took her side, said I was harsh, that everyone makes mistakes, that I should be more forgiving. I stopped talking to those friends too. Realized they didn't understand boundaries, didn't understand self-respect, didn't understand that some disrespect is unforgivable. Her birthday was in February, 3 weeks after I kicked her out. She sent me an email, got around the block. Subject line, please read this. I debated deleting it, decided to read it once, just to see how she was spinning the story now. I know you don't want to hear from me. I know I hurt you, but it's my birthday and I'm miserable. I miss you. I miss our life. I made a terrible mistake and I can't take it back. That text was stupid. Immature. I was trying to make you jealous and instead I destroyed everything. Please give me another chance. I'll do anything. I'll never talk to my ex again. I'll prove to you that you're my priority. Please. I love you. Happy birthday to me, I guess. Spending it alone because I ruined the best thing in my life. I read it twice. Felt nothing. Not sympathy. Not anger. Nothing. Just a distant observation that she still didn't get it. Still thought it was about one text. Still didn't understand the pattern. The years of comparison. The constant measuring. Deleted it. Blocked her email address. Added a filter to automatically delete anything else she sent. My brother called that night. She called me, crying. Said it's her birthday and she's alone. Okay. That's it? Okay? What do you want me to say? I should feel bad? She created this situation. I'm not saying you should feel bad, just asking if you're sure, if you're really done. I'm really done. She disrespected me, publicly, then acted like it was my fault for being upset. I'm not interested in someone who treats me like an option. Fair, just checking. You seem good, though. I am good. Actually better than good. I'm free. Update 4. March brought warmer weather and a message from her friend, the one who'd helped her move. We'd been friendly before. Got along at parties. She asked to meet for coffee. Said she had something to tell me. I almost said no. Decided why not. Met her at a coffee shop downtown on a Saturday morning. She sat down, looking uncomfortable. Thanks for meeting me. Sure. What's going on? I need to tell you something. About her. About what happened. I feel like you deserve to know the whole story. Okay. She took a breath. That New Year's text. It wasn't just a joke. She'd been planning it. She showed me the messages between her and her ex the week before. They'd been talking regularly, meeting up for lunch, coffee. She told me she was trying to make you jealous, to see if you'd fight for her. Fight for her. Yeah, she had this idea that if she made you jealous, you'd step up, be more aggressive, more passionate, more like him apparently. Instead, you just left. I didn't leave. I kicked her out. Right. And she wasn't expecting that. She thought you'd get upset, you'd argue, maybe throw some things, then you'd try to win her back. Prove that you wanted her more than he did. Why are you telling me this? Because she's planning something. She's talking about showing up at your work, making a scene, forcing you to talk to her. She thinks if she can just get in front of you, she can convince you to take her back. When? I don't know exactly. Soon. Maybe next week. She's been talking about it constantly, obsessing over it. Says you have to talk to her eventually. Why would you warn me? Because what she did was wrong. I watched her play games with you for months, saw how she talked about you versus how she talked about her ex. You deserved better. And now she's acting like you're the villain for having boundaries, for refusing to be manipulated. Thanks for telling me. Will you talk to her if she shows up? No. I'll have security remove her. She thinks you'll cave, that if she just tries hard enough, you'll take her back, that you're just playing hard to get. Then she's going to be disappointed. We talked for another hour. She told me things I hadn't known, how my ex had been comparing us for months before that text, how she'd told friends I was boring, stable but boring, how her ex was exciting, unpredictable, dangerous in a way that made her feel alive, how she wanted both, the security I provided and the excitement he offered, how she thought she could have her cake and eat it too, keep me as the safe option while exploring whether things with him could work. I listened, wasn't surprised, wasn't even hurt anymore, just confirmed what I'd suspected, that I'd been a placeholder while she figured out what she really wanted, a safety net while she walked the tightrope with someone else. Update 5. She showed up at my work the following Tuesday. I got a call from reception around 3 p.m. There's someone here to see you. Says it's important. Who? Says she's your girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. Tell her to leave. She's insisting, getting emotional, crying in the lobby. Call security. Have them escort her out. If she refuses, call the police. 10 minutes later, my manager came to my desk. Everything okay? Yeah. Ex-girlfriend drama. She's been removed. She was crying in the lobby, making a scene, said you wouldn't talk to her, that you were being cruel. I broke up with her 2 months ago. She's harassing me. Showed up uninvited. Got it. Security has her photo. She won't be allowed back in. If she tries again, we'll involve police. Thank you. I appreciate that. That night, she sent messages from a new number. Got around the block again. Must have bought a burner phone just to contact me. I can't believe you had security remove me. I was just trying to talk to you. This is insane. You're being cruel. All of this over a stupid text message. I made a mistake. I apologized. What more do you want? How long are you going to punish me? When will enough be enough? I responded once. Only once. I want you to leave me alone. Stop contacting me. Stop showing up places. Stop using friends to reach me. Stop buying new phones to get around blocks. We're done. Accept it and move on. I can't move on. I love you. We had 2 years together. That has to mean something. You love what I represented. You don't love me. If you did, you wouldn't have spent 2 years comparing me to your ex. You wouldn't have made sure he texted you before I did. You wouldn't have bragged about it. You made your choice. Live with it. That's not fair. I made one mistake and you're destroying everything. It wasn't one mistake. It was a pattern, a mindset. You seeing me as second place, as the backup option. I'm not interested in being anyone's backup, not yours, not anyone's. Please. Just give me one more chance. No. This conversation is over. Don't contact me again. You'll regret this. You'll realize you threw away something good. It's completely fair. Goodbye. I blocked the new number, changed my number the next day, updated it with work, family, close friends, started fresh, cut her off completely. Every avenue, every method, every possibility of contact removed. Final update. It's been 4 months since New Year's Eve, since that text message, since I kicked her out and changed the locks, since everything stopped. I heard through mutual friends that she and her ex tried dating. Finally gave it a real shot after years of circling each other. Lasted about 6 weeks. Turns out the excitement she wanted was just toxicity repackaged. He was controlling, jealous, possessive in ways she hadn't remembered or had romanticized over the years. Everything that had seemed thrilling from a distance was suffocating up close. The unpredictability was actually instability. The passion was actually volatility. The intensity was actually exhausting. She's single now, living with a roommate, working the same job, miserable, according to people who still talk to her. Tells everyone I was heartless, that I threw away 2 years over nothing, that I never really loved her, that I was cold and calculating and cruel. I let her tell whatever story she wants. People who know me know the truth. People who believe her version aren't people I need in my life anyway. The quiet adjustment I made that night wasn't dramatic, wasn't explosive. I just decided I was worth more than being someone's second choice, than being the safety net while she explored other options, than being compared to an ex who she'd literally asked to text her before me. I changed the locks, packed her things, removed her from my life, and that's when everything stopped. The comparisons, the game playing, the feeling of never being quite enough, the constant measuring against someone from her past. She tried to come home that night and found the door locked, found her things in the hallway, found out that some decisions are final, that some disrespect can't be joked away, that some people will only value you when they realize you're actually gone. I'm 34, single, living alone in an apartment that feels like mine again. Learned that love doesn't test you with jealousy games, doesn't ask you to fight for something that should be freely given, doesn't make you compete with the past. She sent that screenshot thinking it would make me jealous, thinking I'd try harder, fight for her, prove that I wanted her more than he did. Instead, it made me realize I'd been trying hard enough for someone who saw me as a backup option. He actually listens. That's what she wrote. As if listening was the metric, as if being responsive to her game playing was more important than being a stable partner, as if her ex texting her first was an achievement worth celebrating over her actual boyfriend. I said efficient because that's what it was. Efficiently showing me exactly where I stood. Efficiently destroying any illusion I had about our relationship. Efficiently ending 2 years in one screenshot. The lock change wasn't revenge. It was protection. Protection from someone who thought relationships were competitions, who thought partners were interchangeable, who thought she could keep me on hold while figuring out if she could do better. Later that night, when she tried to come home and found everything changed, she finally understood that actions have consequences, that disrespect has limits, that some doors, once closed, don't reopen, and that sometimes the quietest adjustments are the most permanent ones.